We are live in the tea room. Welcome to the tea room with Talia Reese. I got my co-host. Everybody's here today. Nadine Schatzky's in the house. What's up, girl?
What's up?
Oshri's here. Oshri Adri. Oshri Silverbrand. Usha. What's happening? And we have very special guests today. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you're joining us. My good friend, the legendary. They
means
call
I'm
him
almost dead.
The king.
Almost dead is legendary. There's no young legendary people. There's no people that are vibrant and that you want to have sex with that are legendary. Nobody ever says he's legendary and I want to sleep with him.
They say he's legendary in the bedroom. I've heard that.
No, by that point,
I don't know about you, but I've heard that.
By that point, you're shooting like. It's like.
Dusty blanks. Listen. This guy, this is Sarge, the king of South Florida.
Welcome to the lady
That's what
gang.
You are dubbed. You know, everyone calls you that. The king of South Florida. You're the funniest comic.
Look, you got to be the king of something. It might as well be a state the shape of a penis. And actually, because it's South Florida, it's just the tip. The part we pretend,
That's true.
I'm just going to put the tip in. That's Florida.
He's the king of South Florida. You're right. I shouldn't have made it all of Florida.
Are we worried about...
Maybe you're not big in Tallahassee. I don't know.
I'm not big in Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Tampa, none of those places because it's loaded with goyim.
The goyim.
I can't go where Gentiles are. They don't pay enough for tickets. They pay $8 for a ticket and they say, that's too much.
Oh, God. That's
Jews
terrible.
are like, I'll give you $500. Can I sit in the front?
Right.
They do that at funerals.
It's true. And people say Jews are cheap. That's one of the stereotypes.
Jews are not cheap.
Right.
Jews have a $2 million house in Florida and a $2 million house in Long Island and ship a Kia back and forth on a truck.
That's incredible.
Yeah, there's nothing cheap about that.
That's incredible.
That's how you know it's Pesach in Florida. The car transport trucks.
That is so true.
You don't know what the first night of Pesach is until you see a Lexus on a truck. And where's it going? Syosset. Could you get out of the way? I've got 9 more Hyundais I've got to put on here. People have $1 trillion houses and they ship a car back and forth.
No, but Jews are charitable. Jews give a lot of money.
Jews give a lot of money, but they also are cheap in ways that are just unimaginable.
Okay.
Yeah, but not cheap, just smart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no real point in spending money on new exposed brick.
Right.
It's brick.
It's true.
Why would I spend money on that?
Yeah.
But on their teeth or on a bad hairpiece or on some sort of procedure on their face, they'll spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and complain about egg prices while they're doing it.
Oh, the egg prices.
Have you seen the price of eggs? And meanwhile, they're getting a $60,000 chin lift. Do you know what I mean?
That is so true.
Have you seen the price of chin lifts? You never hear them say that.
It's not. Yeah. No, you're right about that.
And
because
if I was getting a chin lift, I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't want anyone to know. I would just want them to think my chin looks better. Right. Why do you tell people when you have things done? Leave it alone.
People
Let
are
them
doing
think
that
you just
now.
Look great.
Well, have you seen? I mean, we're just
talking about. My
talking
tits are
about.
smaller. My chin is out more. You know.
We're just talking about Ricky Lake, the talk show host, who's in the news this week, having had a facelift. She's all over telling Andy Cohen, "Look at my facelift. He did this. He did that." She looks better than she did 20 years ago. It's incredible.
I don't know why people give people the itemization of the work they had done.
Yeah. Do you remember how you and I actually met? And given that we both grew up in the same town. Never knew each other. And we're both comedians.
I just knew. I reached out to you.
Yeah.
Because
so do you remember?
You were from my hometown.
Yeah.
And you were doing quite well with your career at that time, which is you could not sustain that kind of attention. So obviously you're circling the drain at this point. But people were very excited about the fact that you were Jewish, and extremely funny, and covering topics which a lot of people had not had the courage to go into. So, and it was a New York Times article and a couple of other things where you were, marked as somebody who was on the rise, which was 11 years ago. So apparently you're still rising.
Apparently, could be.
Or you've kind of tapered off and now you've plateaued. And
I have a Wikipedia page now.
You also have a podcast, which no one else has.
I know.
No one else is doing podcasting. So
Genius,
you've really
right?
gotten ahead of the curve on this. Kind of like buying Tesla at $4. Like, you've really done it. I want to congratulate you for this very, very poorly lit room in the basement of your house. No one thought of this.
Oshri thought of it.
I was telling her for years, okay? She should have listened to me originally.
I know. I could have done it earlier if I listened.
No, so yeah, I mean, I don't remember. I think I called you to tell you that I was from Great Neck also.
Yeah.
And to congratulate you, because I'm very celebratory of people. I'm not competitive.
Yeah, Sarge, it's actually, you are amazing that way. Like, you're excited to meet somebody talented.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're talented, I'm talented. We're two artists. We're both from Great Neck.
Right.
Let's be friends. I mean, that honestly, like, it just made my year. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Becoming friends with you.
How many years ago was
like,
that?
How many years ago was that?
What made your year in 2025?
That was, we met.
Let's start with Nadine.
Hang on.
What has made your year since we're 2/3 of the way
Wait,
through it?
were we pre-pandemic?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I've known you longer. I've known you
But
that long.
I don't remember actually
You
talking
did shows
to you.
with me immediately during and after the pandemic. So
During? What did
well,
we?
I mean, I did shows during the pandemic.
Yeah,
You didn't.
I did Zoom shows. Well, Sarge, I don't know if everybody watching knows this. You're half black, half Jew. You call yourself the Black Jew.
My birth mother was an Orthodox Jew.
Yeah.
She stupt a Schwarzer. He pulled out. I'm beige.
Ah, he's beige.
It's a joke, but it's true. My birth mother was an Orthodox Jewish girl. She had probably a forbidden sexual
Tryst.
encounter with a black man. Given that I was born in 1961, it wasn't a place where Orthodox people said, settle down, find yourself a nice Schwarzer.
Because they say that now.
They say that's just the true nature of my existence. So
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense if you can have fun with yourself about these details, right?
Yeah.
It creates a very campy, a very obvious
Yes.
lane for you to go in.
These great one-liners.
Right, but I'm a black Jew. I sit in the back of the bus, but I own the bus.
Right.
Yeah. Amazing.
These are all those. I'm Swedish and I'm German. It means I like pancakes, but I also like to kill people. Like these are stupid jokes.
No.
They're tropes. They're stereotypes. They're wide highways you can drive down. You can fit a bus through them. But at some point, it becomes. They were my establishing material so that people would know, because it was the only. At the beginning of a comedy career, when you're trying to find ways to be funny.
Yeah.
What are you? I'm black and I'm Jewish. Oh, perfect. You're
Right.
You're the Candy Man, Sammy Davis Jr. There were like 6 black Jews. Lenny Kravitz, Sammy Davis. There was like.
Oh, right.
Now you have Drake.
There's Drake, and there was a baseball player named Rod Carew, who was a black Jew.
But what's interesting about you is you are more Jewish than black.
Well, I was raised Jewish. I wasn't raised black.
Okay.
I didn't think I was black. You want to hear here's the ultimate, as all of you are Jewish mothers, and really probably don't fully embrace how annoying you actually are. Because you're you. You don't realize.
I embrace it.
Well, you're a Jewish mother.
Yeah.
No, there's no running away from if you're a mother and you're Jewish and you're very, very Jewish, and you people are not 3 varies, but like 9 varies.
We're religious
You're
and
Jewish,
annoying.
You're Jewish mothers. You're not your mother. Okay, so that's one thing you can hang your hat on, because
Right.
all of you do that. At least I'm not my mother.
Right.
But
and
you're
Nadine's
still a
mother's
Jewish
a
mother.
Karen, also.
Oh,
But you're a Jewish mother.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Growing up in the same place that you live now,
Yes. Which we both
people
did.
used to tell me that I was black when I was a child.
Right.
Because I had an afro and big lips and was constantly picking people's pockets. No, I'm joking. I literally
I
walked
love
around
that.
with a ham hock and a bottle of whiskey when I was 4. No, I'm kidding. They would ask me, they would tell me that I was black, and I would come home crying from school. And and my mother's white. My parents are white. My adoptive family was from Brooklyn, and they're secular Jews. From Talia reaffirmed it to Nadine. She goes, Jews.
Jews.
No, I know.
He's not lying.
I'm not worried.
He's not lying.
I'm not worried.
I was at the unveiling.
I'm
They were
getting
Jewish.
her.
I'm
I was at the unveiling.
Not the baptism.
No, but we had very good seats for the unveiling.
We
So
paid
I would come home
$500.
crying that I was black. Everyone says I'm black. And this is the ultimate
Oh my
Jewish
God.
response, my mother.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter whether you light candles on Shabbos or not. If you're a Jewish mother, you understand this line. She says to me, "We wouldn't have adopted you if we knew you were black."
Oh
my God.
College.
And then she calls my father in the other room. "Chet, would we have adopted a black baby?" And, absolutely not.
Was she lying or she didn't know?
No, that was it. They wouldn't. It was unimaginable to them that this white woman from Chicago who was from a Russian Jewish family and was studying to be a doctor at the time in graduate school, had become pregnant with a black man's child. It was unimaginable to them that they would. But the short version, the more racist version, which a lot of people don't give people credit for, we're all racist in some way. Nobody is. We just are.
Well, how do you define racist?
I don't mean that you go out and intentionally undermine other people's lives because you don't like the color of their skin.
You buy into stereotypes.
There are built-in biases and prejudices that come from just being alive of a certain type of people.
Sure.
You sit at a table with a bunch of Jews for Pesach, and we have a word for everyone that's not Jewish. We call everyone Goyim, Gentiles. Right. Well, he didn't tip. He's a Goyim, obviously.
Shiksa.
These are all pejoratives, which we don't acknowledge as, racist, but they are. But it's okay because it's human to dislike things that you don't understand or don't like. It's okay to not like things that you don't like. Only in this country can you not like things you don't. If you're in Alabama, they don't like people from Tennessee. On football Saturday, the Michigan people don't like people from Illinois.
Okay.
It's like people don't like. You don't like Indian music. You don't like Mexican food. Don't like. And then when it comes to people, I don't like him. Why? Well, he's dark.
That's right.
Look at him. He's got
when it
socks.
Comes to the people.
He's wearing slides with socks. He looks like a schmuck. I mean, Jews hate everything. I mean, we wake up in the morning. What are you doing? I got to drop off dry cleaning, and then I'm going to kill myself. It's a Jewish. Jews are just constantly overwrought, overwhelmed, exhausted.
Yeah.
We hate everything.
Annoyed.
Did you hear him? Oh, I hated him. His breath smelled like a bus exhaust.
Yeah.
It's natural to express as a Jew, your displeasure with everything.
Yeah.
Jews hate everything. They call the restaurant on the way over. By the way, what are the specials? We have salmon, we have brisket. I'm sending it back, just so you know. Please get us a nice table with the same waitress we've had for the last 20 years so we can send everything back.
Because
we can't eat a meal that doesn't have mucus from the waiters in it.
Oh, God. No, but once we like something, we have to have the same thing every time.
This is maybe the best episode you've ever done. I have to say that. I've watched all three. And
yeah, right. I'm sure.
This is the best tea time ever.
Tea time, baby. Tea room.
We haven't spilled any
tea room.
We haven't spilled any tea, though.
No, because it's Tisha B'Av.
That's a black thing.
Do you know it's Tisha B'Av
I know
today?
Tisha B'Av is a joyful occasion where if you haven't lamented everything that's happened in the history of Judaism, you can do it all in the same day.
Yes. No, it's a beautiful...
There's only one happy holiday.
It's a very sad... Today actually is a very sad...
Can I tell you First, there's two things you guys don't know about Jewish life.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it,
There's
Sarge.
only one happy holiday. Simchas Torah is the only happy one.
It's a very happy holiday,
okay.
Yes.
The most important one, which would you say is the most important high holiday?
Well, everyone thinks it's Yom Kippur, but that's actually not the truth.
Though.
Isn't it Shavuot?
Nope.
No.
It's the day the cleaning girl comes. That's the highest holiday on the Jewish calendar because it requires tremendous preparation. You have to clean the house first.
Oh, I do that.
Before the cleaning girl comes. God forbid she sees pubic hair. She comes, she does an inspection for 3 hours.
Or blood.
And then goes home.
Yeah.
Looks for blood in the sheets. Looks for blood in the bedding. I'm not doing that laundry. It could be toxic. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's the highest holiday on the Jewish calendar. The day.
Oh no! Wait, actually,
the girl is coming. Get a yarmulke.
I think I once heard a rabbi say the real most important holiday is Purim. Did you guys know that? Did you ever hear that, Nadine?
No. I'm sticking with cleaning girl.
Okay.
Survey says.
We'll have to. We'll pencil that one in.
They're doing a show called Family Jude.
Family. Oh, what happened? Somebody screwed them out of money?
No, we're having one of those Family Feud debates. Top 100 people surveyed said the highest Jewish holiday.
That would be a good Family Jude.
Purim,
I
27.
love that. And it's all Jewish topics.
The girl is coming.
That's good.
58 votes.
It's good. I like that.
Do that instead of your gigs.
We think of like names for segments and then we don't do the segment. Yeah. Like we had Ozempic, no Zempic. We never did that.
Oh my God.
We do have anxiety of the week. Which
I did do Ozempic.
I tried it. You tried it.
I used to be 385 pounds.
Right.
I tried everything really. But I tried Ozempic. I did it.
When I met you, you were almost 400.
The weight loss version was Wegovy.
Yeah.
A lot of people do Mounjaro, which is tirzepatide. It's a whole different thing.
Oh, so you know this stuff.
Oh, I do. There's GLP-1 inhibitors. This is the one that hijacks your brain so you're nauseous for 9 months.
That's the nausea one.
You're on the verge of throwing up, but you still have a rugalach. Okay, this just shot to the top. This is the top episode of Tea Time in the history of Tea Time.
So wait, how much weight have you lost?
I have to go because I have an early tea time.
you
See,
I thought
when I saw the show online, I thought it was a golf show. I had no idea. I thought people just had an early tea time.
Tennis.
Tea time is when you go to play golf with Goyim. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Do you play golf?
Tea time. She's
You
talking
live in
about
Florida.
tea time like, tea time like Talia time.
Talia time, baby.
See, I thought it was tea time like golf. Anyway.
I'm not serving tea. We're all fasting. That's why we're all miserable and complaining today. None of us have eaten.
I'm going to reel it back in.
So Wegovy, did it work?
Wegovy is the fat loss that was approved version of Ozempic. I lost about 29 pounds. And then I plateaued. Well, when you have to lose 150, 29 is like, I spit on the sidewalk. Like it's not much of a weight loss. However, the constipation was ferocious. I don't know if you did.
Oh, gee.
So does it make you eat less?
So then how do you lose weight if you're constipated?
This is how the medication works. It slows the transition of food through your stomach. So food stays in your stomach
Conveyor
longer
belt.
so that you feel fuller more, so you don't feel like eating because you're full. But what it also does is it takes all the moisture out of the digestive process. So things don't go through your system like the Queens Midtown Tunnel. It's like it's bumper to bumper traffic in your body. Okay?
Okay.
Until such time as a year and a half, and you have a year and a half's worth of traffic.
Oh my God.
Oh, gee. Oh, so that's the
So
constipation.
I truly lost a lot of weight when I went off the medication, and my body finally said, "Is he done doing that?"
Let's dump it.
Oh my God.
Let's
Wow.
let's move the cones away and
No idea that's how that works.
I was so constipated, I didn't have hemorrhoids. I had Christmas ornaments hanging out of
Oh my God.
my toches had it, decorations hanging from my. So anyway, that's what it was. So I finally realized that doesn't work for me. And then I found out that the obesity that I was suffering from was hormonal, and that my stomach creates hormones which prohibit me from knowing if I'm full.
Oh, okay.
So, and like most obese people, it's in your genetics. There's nothing you can do about it. You can exercise all you want. I have 2 knee replacements because I spent time on the elliptical and on the treadmill trying to walk off the weight. Okay. And the truth is, you can't walk away from your DNA. You can't run from your DNA. Your DNA is, if you're supposed to be skinny, you're going to be skinny. You're supposed to be fat, you're going to be fat. You can temporarily make changes in your physical self, but your body has a, where it wants to be genetically.
I didn't know
so
that.
the only way to change the body is to change the body chemistry. And with the bariatric surgery procedure, they go in and they take out the part of the stomach that creates the hormones, so that you no longer are at the mercy of those.
The part of the stomach that creates it. What does that even mean?
In your stomach
I
is
thought
a
they just fold it in half so it's smaller.
That's what I
No,
thought.
they cut it. They traverse along. They put a thing in there and they traverse along the lower. They take the top quarter of your stomach and they cut it, and then another apparatus behind the cutting wheel seals it with 3 rows of titanium staples. And so now your stomach has been changed from something that's like this big, like a piece of liver. Now it's about the size of a banana. And your stomach no longer creates the hormones which interact with your brain, which prohibit you from knowing if you're full.
But your stomach can expand in time or no?
You can stretch it if you eat too much.
Right.
And if you use too many carbonated beverages, you can expand. And because the bladder that is your stomach is a very pliable piece of tissue. So the way you stay and get the full permanent improvement from that is to only eat small portions of protein, not a lot of starch, not a lot of carbohydrates, and not a lot of carbonated beverages.
Right.
Car. So you just stay with protein, and you're full, and you take supplements, you take vitamins and a multivitamin.
But what's wrong with carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates are an addictive substance which will, create it. You're addicted to carbohydrates.
Oh, because it'll create an addiction. You'll want to eat more and more.
Certain
That's
foods
what you mean.
talk to you and certain foods don't. Pears are deaf and mute.
Yes.
Bananas. If you have a pear, you never have a second pear. It's not like you just sit there
Right.
going through 8 pears.
Oh, I love
Right.
pears.
But if you eat a slice of pizza and you go in another room, the pizza's going, we're still in here. There's still more in the box. There's more pizza.
Right.
And you go in. Muffins have a voice. More muffins.
Right.
Just the top. You don't even want the bottom. Just have the top part. Like muffins talk. Pears say nothing. You eat a pear.
So
and then
you
you're
have an addictive personality.
no, everyone has an addiction.
I don't. I can eat one piece of pizza.
Addictions are not personality driven. They're addictions.
No? I
They're
thought they-
chemical.
I
They're
thought they were.
biological.
Okay.
When you become
Okay.
addicted to a substance,
So it's
it
a
has nothing to do with your
misnomer.
personality.
It's a misnomer.
You're a chimp. I mean, you're
Right.
addicted.
Okay.
People on the street, you see somebody bent half over in Harlem,
Yeah.
holding onto a parking meter. It's like, has nothing to do with his personality.
Right.
I'm sure he has a wonderful personality.
Right,
He
of
just
course.
needs a clean syringe.
Could be very charming. Yes.
it's like-
of course.
No, that's the
hear
talk
that.
show answer to everything.
Right,
I'm
okay.
35 years clean and sober.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know anything about this whole personality thing.
Interesting.
When you drink or drug, if you have a propensity or a predisposition for addiction,
That's it.
You will be addicted.
That's what
and
I'm
if
calling
you don't,
personality.
You won't.
Right.
Some people don't. Some people use cocaine and they go, "That's stupid. Why would I do that? I just
right.
vacuumed the entire Upper West Side. I'm not doing that again." Whereas.
That's great. No, I've never tried cocaine just for that reason. I've heard it is the most addictive
You don't
thing.
need cocaine.
I don't?
No, because it would straighten you out. See, you'd have
too
the
boring?
opposite. You'd have the opposite.
She'd be on time.
That's right. She'd be on time for things. Her thoughts would be organized. Some of the things she said would make sense. That's why she shouldn't
my
do
God.
cocaine.
What about Adderall? Isn't that what Adderall
listen,
does?
don't ask me about drugs
okay.
that were invented after 1990. Okay. I don't know about those. I did PCP, which is angel dust. I did ketamine before it was a therapeutic.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
prescription.
that's like the hot new thing. I didn't know it would been
I
around
just
that
wanted
long.
to put my head.
That's like a horse tranquilizer, right?
Oh, is that
Ketamine
what it
is an analgesic, anesthetic, hallucinogenic. If you know the genics. If you're,
I know the gens.
all I know is when I did ketamine, I could put my legs behind my head and.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like
it really chills you out.
It relaxes you completely, and you have no recollection of anything you've done. And then people tell you what you were doing, and you just say, "Come on."
And I feel like PCP. I haven't heard that one in a long time.
PCP is
No one
angel
does it
dust.
anymore.
They do it.
Oh, really?
It's a ghetto drug.
Okay.
It's a
How did a boy from Great Neck
They used to
get
shoot-
into all this stuff?
I'm black. Oh, that's a racist joke.
That
my
was so
God.
racist.
Yeah, there's no Jews
How
that
dare
are in,
you.
Jews are in rehab going, well, it was the Merlot.
We know those girls,
It was
too.
Kedem. It was
Yeah.
Kedem Merlot.
We
It
know
had
the Merlot
The
rehab
Shapiro's
girls.
Manischewitz Merlot. And
Kedem.
so I don't have to do 28 days. I'm only doing 18 days. Because it's beyond my ability.
Right. Or
Unless you want-
36. We
or
only do it
36.
in
You only do it
multiples of
8.
high.
That's exactly right.
Correct.
That's why I've never made a killing in the stock market.
That's right.
My broker is a Hasidic Jew, and I only have 18 shares of Apple.
Of everything.
Everything. It's a very
everything.
balanced portfolio that generates no dividends. It's just 18s of everything. Why didn't we buy 180,000? Because that's not 18. That's 180,000.
180
Yeah,
is
it's
okay.
very different.
Yeah, people always ask us, they're like, why do you give weird numbered gifts? People, again, this is like such insider stuff. You have to be Jewish.
Well, I mean, when you give weird gifts, then it gives people justification for not inviting you to future events.
Well, they just
because you only gave that much.
Right.
They're like, did she
Why isn't
owe
Aunt-
me
why isn't Aunt Ruth coming?
$36? Yeah.
Why isn't Aunt Ruth coming? Double chai for your bar mitzvah. It's like
Double high. Yeah,
she's
what
not
is
coming.
that?
$36.
No, a friend of mine is a Chinese guy used to work with, a lawyer. He called me up and he's like, I'm invited to a Jewish wedding. And what's the right amount of money that I'm supposed to give? And I'm like, "What? You're a grown up. Just, I don't know, give a couple $100, whatever, a few hundred, how close you are." He's like, no, doesn't
You're
that-"
a grown up.
He's like, doesn't it
Nothing
have to be?
condescending about that. Says,
But
what are you,
no,
an
he
idiot?
was like, yeah, I'm like, is it a close
That's
friend?
the Jewish version of what are you, an idiot? You're
You're
a
right-
grown up. She didn't want to say you're a moron, so she said you're a grown up.
That's so
But
true.
she meant you're a moron for not knowing.
Yeah, no, but he's like, no, I don't mean like the range. I mean like the actual number. Doesn't it have to be like 317 or something? Like, he's like, I don't want to offend the Jewish people by giving them like an even number. It was just so cute.
Well, the correct answer would have been go to a hypnotist, have them put you under, and have them find out just how much you like the person.
That's true.
And when you actually say it while you're under hypnosis, then you have them tell you how much you should give.
Wait, that's like a thing now. Is it hypnosis or like there's like this
Think
trendy
of all the things
thing?
you're invited to that you only go to out of obligation because of a business situation,
God. I mean,
or you don't want to upset someone else, or it's rarely because you really love the people. When it's an affair,
well, or
it's
because
rarely because you like the person and you just want to be there for the big event. No, it's always because, well, Larry called me and we're going. I have
They
to get.
came to my affair.
well, or
so-
our
have to
thing
get
is in a
shoes.
couple months. We want everyone to come to our thing. We're gonna go to everybody's thing.
But Gentile people don't go out and get special clothing or shoes for things.
Really?
They come in things from like the 60s.
Oh,
You'll
gosh.
Have you ever been to a Gentile event? People are wearing clothes that don't
Wait,
fit.
have I?
They haven't
Probably.
worn. No, I'm telling you, there's a difference. Only Jews go out and buy a special outfit for things.
Okay.
Gentile people don't. They wear whatever they have, even if it doesn't fit.
It makes sense.
So if you've been to a Gentile affair, you see people going, "Oh my God, look at what is she wearing? Oh my God, it doesn't even zip." And shoes, she's walking on the sides, and they look like spats that are figure skates. I mean, whereas Jews go out.
Yeah.
And I have to get something. I have nothing. Meanwhile, they
That's true.
They have
Right.
7 walk-in closets.
Yes.
And they
Yes.
pay for the hair and makeup.
That is so true. I have to get my eyebrows
Only Jews
threaded.
do that. Jews do that more than anybody. Jews and celebrities.
Well, and actually, that's reminding me. It was just announced yesterday. They're ending Sex and the City, the End Just Like That series.
boo-hoo.
Speaking of Gentiles that do
Right.
dress very well, but
But nobody
but
relates
because it's
to,
all Jews writing the show.
Nobody relates to a 60-something Carrie Bradshaw. Only the gay writers thought that they would.
Oh,
Young generations of women don't think and speak and live and do the way Carrie Bradshaw does, and also don't have the comparative life experience of the original series.
right. They
You're
didn't.
only
If you
aware
didn't see
of it
the original,
tangentially. It's
Right.
not your groove.
Right.
Just like, what was that show that Katie, the one that married Tom Cruise, was in? Tom Cruise's ex-wife was on
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek.
Oh, Dawson's Creek.
You may have seen an episode. You may be aware of it, but you're not. You're generationally, people have become much more immediate than they used to be. Immediate meaning you're aware the world is going by so quickly, and the trends are so much more temporary. One Direction, In Sync, this one, that one, Olivia Rodrigo.
Right.
The phases, you're talking about tea time, the phases pass through much more quickly than they used to. There used to be 10 season phases that occupied your entire teenage years.
right,
Right.
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 Saved by the Bell, Dawson's Creek,
90210.
90210. These were
Gossip
large
Girl.
swaths of things that people immersed themselves in for a long time. The only thing that's done that recently is Taylor Swift. It's that's a similar. Taylor Swift is exactly what I'm talking about. It goes from when you're 8 to 18.
Yeah.
That's 10 years.
Yeah.
Very few things are 10-year windows anymore. You get tired of things much more quickly because you're much more inundated with images and things in your phone, and you tire of things more quickly because it's just
Reels are 30 seconds.
it's yeah.
And the crazy
Yeah.
news cycle. I
And
feel
the
like
crazy
that
news
makes
Wow,
it-
oh,
yeah,
gosh,
but that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Access at your fingertips.
Young people didn't used to be aware of news cycles. They didn't care
Right.
about the news. You could actually block out everything your parents were interested
It's
in.
so true. 12-year-olds know everything going
Now
on. It's
12-year-olds know
it's like creepy.
because of the technology and the devices, and because of the delivery systems, and because of the news feeds, and because of the social media platforms. Everybody
Right.
is more inundated.
TikTok. My daughter came to me and she said, "Mom, did you see that roller coaster that flew off the rails this week? Did you see
Yeah,
that,
like
by
Saudi
the way?"
Arabia.
I didn't see
No,
this.
wasn't it? I thought it was an Asian country, not Middle East.
Oh, I saw one in the Middle East. It was like the one that goes like in circles,
The
and
one
it just
that
like,
goes
and then
like-
the pole just broke.
It broke and they
Yeah.
flew off. That was Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a cheap roller coaster, though. They must have bought it.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen every day. I mean, given that roller coasters.
Yeah.
I don't go on roller coasters. My son
I
goes.
wouldn't go on
he'll
one
go,
of
He'll
those.
get online and
Yeah.
go online and get.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
go 9 times.
Yeah.
I do not want to be upside down.
Yeah.
I don't want to be spiral spun into a tunnel.
Right.
I'll go.
I can't believe I used to like that either.
Well, because what happens, there's part of it, your inner ear
Yeah.
matures,
Oh, makes
and you
sense.
don't like
Right.
the
At
loss of
35,
balance.
you can't go like this anymore. That's
know.
when
My
it's
son is going to Six Flags this week. He can't wait. He's talking about it.
Six
I mean,
Flags-
it's
like,
like
I wouldn't go on one of
nuts.
those cheap, like the cheap. Like I love Disney. I'll go on any ride. That's not a cheap park, but like these like Temu roller coasters.
How about,
What about you and Splish Splash?
Oh, I'm going to Splish Splash this week.
Yeah,
I
but
love
you know
Splish
the
Splash.
ones I don't go on. The ones that say it's the oldest continuous wooden roller
Oh,
coaster.
that hurts
Those
your back.
rickety.
Why would I go on a wooden roller coaster?
Feel your
Your back,
vertebrae.
yeah.
and you're
Termites
like,
know they're wooden also.
Right.
And so, like, how often do they go over that with a magnifying glass and a hemostat and a thing
my
and
God.
the headphones to make sure that, key components of the wooden roller coaster haven't been eaten through by termites? So I'm just saying, like, I don't
It's
need,
so true.
I don't need to be fake scared. I'm a comedian. I go
Well,
on stage in
just
front of thousands
fly.
of people that hate me every time I go on
Right.
stage.
oh my God,
I don't
that's
need
our
any more
roller
fear than
coaster.
that. I don't like planes for that reason.
Right, planes.
I don't
You
like
get that
turbulence.
feeling of
No, I don't like turbulence. I intentionally built my career around not leaving
Well,
the
we've
ground.
talked about that. Yeah. I mean, Sarge is so huge in Florida. I mean, really. I mean,
So you drive
almost-
to Florida?
no, I mean, that,
It's
they
almost
know,
a- no,
they
but
know
know
you
what's so funny,
everywhere.
though?
I mean, in
No, but
New
you know
York,
what's-
New
no, I'm
Jersey,
saying
people
you don't
know
have
you
to
too.
you don't have to walk that back. It's just so funny how certain things, even though you're saying it in a very magnanimous kind of way, that you're celebrating me in some way, so huge in Florida is like an insult. It's like, you know what I mean? Because of the already always thinking people have about Florida, which, it's inundated with elderly people falling
It's
down.
not
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Not
It's
anymore.
different now.
No,
Oh, I
people know
but-
that.
but
People
in
know
my-
that.
But you see,
Right.
but I don't know I don't live outside of Florida. So to me, my parents lived in Great Neck. So I would call home and I would say, how's everything in Great Neck? My mother would say, I can't talk. Why? Your father just fell again.
Oy.
So every day my
Oy.
father fell. So I called back to see how my father was doing. My mother said, I can't talk. Why? I'm falling. I fell helping your father. So everybody's falling. It's like a screensaver of just Jews just like falling out of the sky, just like raining. Like there's a heavy rainstorm of people named Murray just landing on the sidewalk in Middle Neck Road outside of a kosher deli. So so I said, well, why don't you move to Florida? Why would we're not ready to move to Florida? I said, no, you're ready.
You're ready.
Because I
You're
can't come to
there.
Great
Yeah.
Neck every time one of you's on the sidewalk face down waiting for an ambulance.
Oy.
So she says, why would we move there? I said, because it's a better fall, because other people are already on the ground. And when you fall, it's not as traumatic because you're
Breaks the
falling on a
fall.
person, which is not as dangerous as falling on a sidewalk.
Genius.
So she says, I'm not moving. I don't care. Well, anyway, I called her. I said, we're having a baby. We're coming. We're coming there now. We're selling the house to Chinese people. It's going to be... The only reason we didn't come sooner was because we had 7 people look at the house and they were all from Beijing. I said, we're not
my
doing that to
God.
the neighbors. I go, you don't have any neighbors. They're all Chinese.
Right,
If you went outside the house once in a while, you'd notice there's Chinese people up the block. There's Chinese people down the block. They're the only people that can afford houses in Great Neck. So,
It's
which
true.
I don't understand why. I mean,
I don't know.
egg rolls are still $3.25. No, I'm joking. See, that's a racist ethnic joke. You can't say Chinese people are into much more important things than egg rolls. So,
No, but I was going to say, because you hate flying, you built this career.
No, God, I believe in a higher power. I don't know if it's called God. I know you guys talk about God all the time.
Hashem.
I don't talk about God because I'm not entirely... I don't know whether or not God wants to be called God or Hashem or Eloheinu or Adonai or any... There's a million names for God, right?
I saw a meme that said, God says it's actually pronounced Jod.
That's what I mean.
Right.
See, and that's in
funny.
alignment with... She's much more on the ball than you. You should be in that chair and she should be over here. You should be holding a microphone that doesn't work and she should be in this chair. So anyway, no, I don't know whether or not God's called God. So I call my God whoever you are and wherever you are, because it acknowledges that I know you're there and I know you run everything. I just don't know what your name is, which is a much more honest assessment for me, because I don't want to call it what everyone else calls it, because then I'm just a chimp. I'm a sheep. So for me, it's whoever you are and wherever you are. I work for you. Just tell me what you need me to do. Right?
Right.
So my career took a different turn because I had heard a piece of wisdom a number of years ago from a very famous comedian who was from Great Neck, who was my idol. And he told me I was a bad father, I was a bad husband, I was a bad son. I was so busy being me, I didn't do those other things.
I know who you're... Can you say who you're talking
no,
about?
you don't want to.
Okay.
I suggest that you focus on the husband, father, son. Those are God jobs. And the Sarge part will take care of itself. That's a career job. You don't have to worry about your career. God's got you.
Right.
Whoever you are and wherever you are, do your thing. My wife became pregnant with my son. My parents sold a house in Great Neck and moved down to be closer to their only grandchild.
I didn't know that.
My mother fell the day they got there, believe it or not. That's why the falling thing is so funny. My father was in a wheelchair from falling. My mother fell the day they moved.
Oh, my God.
My father didn't even stop eating while my mother was falling. It had become such a common occurrence. My father continued to eat. What is she yelling about now? Her hip's broken. You know, she's waiting for an ambulance. She does this all the time. Of course she does it all the time. So I told her, I did Jewish CPR. I said, stay down, which is Jewish CPR. If you don't get up, you can't fall. Just stay on the floor. For the rest of your life, I'll have your meals slid to you.
That is so true.
So she fell. She broke her hip. My wife is pregnant with our first child, and my father is in a wheelchair. So I can't go on the road. I had 40 weeks of work, like scheduled, booked, solid, on the books. A lot of money. I called the agent. I said, listen, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a husband. I can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
The Sarge part will take care of itself. That was the wisdom that he told me backstage at one of those Catskills hotels. And all of a sudden, now I'm not on the road anymore. And I get a phone call like a couple weeks later. And I've already resigned myself to the fact that I'm going to work at Lowe's and sell washers and dryers.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember you said that.
And the guy said, we understand you're not on the road. I said, how do you understand this? We're Jews. We think about things and then we understand them. Can you come to a show here? Where are you? You know, he told me the street. I said, oh, absolutely. You know, how much do you want? So I didn't know even how to price myself. I said, $3,000. He said, perfect. It wasn't high. There was not multiples of it. It wasn't multiples of 18. Double high. I'll come there for $36. I'm working for bar mitzvah prices now. So I said $3,000. He said, send us a contract. I said, a contract? Okay. Take care. I hung up and I go, honey, I have to send a contract to something. I had no idea how to do a contract.
Oh my God. Wow.
So I figured it out.
I can't even picture
No, I figured it out.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I started getting this preponderance of work from people. So there is something to whoever you are and wherever you are. Because when you truly are devoted to the things you're supposed to do,
Right.
God takes care of the rest of it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a son. I'm doing all the most blessed things you could do. I'm being good to my loved ones and my family. And consequently, since the work that we do is a real God job, which is making the world a happier place for an hour at a time, making people happy is a very blessed venture.
It is.
Much more profound than someone who may or may not heal you when you go to the doctor. Doctor is just doing the best job that they possibly can. When you're making people laugh, you're making them laugh. You're making their life better right now. You're healing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're giving them a sense of perspective. Consequently, that's who comedians are.
Right.
Some of them not as aware of the fact that that's what they're doing. They're doing it to get laid. They're doing it to make a lot of money. They're doing it to be famous. They're doing it to have success. They're doing it because they can't do anything else.
Right.
But when you're one of the people that works for Hashem, as it were,
Yes.
then you're given this, when you're on his payroll, the benefits are enormous.
Well, yeah. And
I've come to learn that and know that. So that's my operating principle because it's true.
Yeah.
All the other people have betrayed me. Agents, the business itself. The only thing that hasn't betrayed me is my health and my ability to show up in front of audiences and make them happy and then get paid. People talk about their passion. I'm gonna do my passion. People go broke doing their passion. Right. You have to do what you're really good at.
Yeah.
And then the passion is, wow, they paid me to do something I'm really good at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so true.
Thank God I don't make shoes or fix clocks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I'm not a flight attendant. And nothing's wrong with being those things, unless you're Jewish, and then everyone goes, oh, he fixes clocks. You know? What does she do? She's a flight attendant. I mean, have you ever heard of such a thing? A Jew flight attendant.
Right.
Serving that horrible food and showing people life jackets.
My brother dated a Jewish flight attendant, and my mom was like, what?
Exactly.
She's Jewish?
How pathetic. She should kill herself. She should go, when they're in flight, she should jump out of the plane.
No, but it's true. You and we come from different places religiously, but we do connect on that idea of we both have this higher power.
You've chosen a more observant path.
Right.
I have other things to do.
Yeah.
I'm not preparing for holiday. I don't need to prepare for
But
holidays.
we speak on Fridays before
God
Shabbos.
has blessed me. This is how I look at it. God has blessed me. He blessed us all. He blessed us all with free will.
Amen.
Your free will is to do what you do. My free will is to do what I do. But it doesn't mean I'm not right for getting together with your husband and 11 of his friends and standing in a corner and, and dancing at the hips for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes you happy and makes you feel good and feel as though you've done what you needed to do. The same way as the idiots that are on the elliptical for 3 hours and they look like they need a sandwich. She's got someone get her off the treadmill. She's going to fucking disappear. She's going to break like chalk. Right, she's dying. Right. Someone tell her she's dying. She doesn't need to do another hour on the treadmill. Like you see these people and the Lululemon pants are like size -17.
Yes.
And they're like on there and they're marching. And it's like, oh, I got to go home. Why? Because my teeth are showing through my jaw. Like, and that's free will also, but it's a sickness.
Yeah. But
I mean, the level to which you dedicate yourself to some scripture or some man-made rule is up to you, and it's fine. Yeah. If you don't want to work on Friday nights, fine. There'll be other comedians that are having successful careers, and you can continue to cover your head and light candles and walk around going, "Where's the challah? Where's the challah? Carrie, where's the challah? I just got a fresh challah. It's in the garage." Wonderful. I lost another gig.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know.
Baruch
Friday
Hashem.
night. Yes.
Hamotzi lechem minha whatever. Did you do the brachas? Yes. How did you lose the gig? I don't know. I pray all day. I keep losing gigs.
I know. I just lost one.
But you're blessed. You have a beautiful family. You have health. And you have beautiful friends. So, I mean, everything's not money. Everything's not gigs. I did Atlantic City the other night at the grimmest, most awful casino.
Is that right?
And I'm in the dressing room. My friend calls me. I go, "Where are you?" He goes, "I'm at Wynn in Vegas." Wynn, the fanciest, most wonderful.
Yeah.
I was getting more money to do this piece of shit in Atlantic City than he was getting to do the Wynn in Las Vegas.
Wow.
What's Atlantic City like these days?
I don't know. It's a lot of buildings that were built in the 70s and 80s. Under the idea that casino gambling could only be in Atlantic City or Las Vegas. And then ultimately, because of laws, casinos started popping up in other places, which put it out of business. So you didn't have to go to Atlantic City. Like, for instance, Foxwoods was born, and Mohegan Sun, which were all the people that went to Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods would have gone to Atlantic City to play cards and gamble and go to the beach and go to the boardwalk. There was a whole thing to it. Atlantic City is a very legendary place. However, they overbuilt it, and then the Indians got their licensing, and people didn't have to go to South Jersey anymore to entertain themselves and see big acts. Foxwoods had big acts right over there.
Yeah.
Right.
So why would I go to Atlantic City when I can go right over there?
And then
it's the same thing that happened to the Catskills.
Yep.
Catskills was 400 Jewish hotels with kosher entertainment and kosher food, which were an outgrowth of the Holocaust, because after World War II, Jews needed a place to go that they could entertain themselves and eat without persecution and have their prayers and have their food and have their type of comedians. And so they built the Catskills, and it started out as a couple of rooming houses and turned into 400 properties in the Catskills. Now it's all yeshivas. No, it's all yeshivas and Hasidim. It's people in fur hats the size of a radial tire walking around in the road at night, wearing a black coat, a black beard, everything black. So what I've done is I started a company. It's called Tzitzit, and it's reflectors for the tassels. It's Christmas lights really, but in blue and white.
And you wear them.
And you wear them on your sideburns and on your tzitzit, and then cars don't kill you with their side view mirror when you're coming home from shul.
That is genius.
They walk 4 across with no sidewalks in the middle of the road.
I know.
And the deer go, "Look at this schmuck over here." At least my eyes are reflective. When they see my eyes, they think it's a reflector. Jews, their eyes don't reflect. They just, you hear, "Oh."
It's true.
Where's Moish? He's on the ground. Somebody call an ambulance. But we're in the middle of nowhere.
No,
there is no Hatzalat in Monticello.
But you have the blazing hot sun, and they're in the wool coats and the fur hats, and they're walking
in this room.
That's because
I always feel so bad.
I don't feel bad for the men.
When I hit them.
I feel bad for the women that are walking 20 feet behind them. They have to watch their husbands get hit by the side view mirror.
Because they have the tights.
Oh, it's terrible what happened to Yochel.
The men, they work during the week, and it's just the women up there. And then they dread the weekends when the husbands come up.
Yeah, they're lesbians. Yeah. They're all lesbians. They're all doing scissor kicks in the playhouse.
Bungalows, huh?
In the room that's usually for shul, the women do yoga. in sweaters and long skirts. It's wonderful.
I know, could you imagine?
Yes.
And hot yoga.
Yes, it's like
accidentally hot yoga.
their whole life is hot yoga.
The whole life.
You try wearing
That's
a wig
true.
and a sweater and a long skirt, and it's
In
94
July.
degrees in July,
Oh
and
my
you're
gosh.
chasing after 17 children.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a puddle of your own whatever going next to you.
Oh.
There's no way. I mean, they're still human.
I know.
You're supposed to take layers off when it's hot. God would understand.
No, you put layers
God
on.
would understand that you're not supposed to die of heat stroke.
It's true. You never hear about anyone dying of heat stroke,
That's
though.
because they have moisture wicking wigs.
It's incredible.
Yes,
Is
they
that
sweat,
right?
but it dries right away, and they are able to
Oh, my
continue.
God. Look how much you know about it. I love it.
I know everything about it.
Oh, do you now?
The radial tire, though, the fur radial tire is, you know what that's for?
No.
Because if God gets a flat, he can just reach down, and he's got fur tires for his truck.
Oh,
Yes.
adorable.
He just reaches down, and he says, all right, you're not married.
So Sarge, I'm doing a show with you tomorrow night.
We are.
Yeah.
But by the time this airs, the show will have already happened. You did a great
Oh, yeah,
job
that's true. Yeah.
last week on
Yeah,
the show.
oh, thank you so
What a
much.
great show.
That
You
was
guys
great.
together?
Well,
She's
we were.
opening for me. I do it because she's a good comic. I don't need an opening act, but
He doesn't. I'm very honored that
she's one of the
he
few
never
people that
has an
opens for me
opener.
that the people don't complain. That's a half hour I can. Most of the people that when they open for you, if you're a good comic,
They get mad.
they get Jews, only Jews. Other people
Oh,
say,
that's
"Oh,
so
he was
true.
the first guy was very funny, but you're a star." But Jews say, "I could have lived without that girl in the shorts." You know,
I wore
she
shorts
came
last
dressed
week.
for work last week. She was wearing cut-off denim shorts and a tank top.
And Keith,
It's like your summer wardrobe.
He said
And
to
her
me, "You're really
Invisaligns.
gonna wear that?"
he's hanging off.
She didn't go as Talia Reese. She went as a female comic under construction. She had a T-shirt on that said "Pardon our dust," but we're renovating. I'm redoing my uncrooked teeth. She's the only person to get Invisaligns to make her teeth crooked. These are too straight. Everyone talks about my teeth. Do you think you can overlap them a little? The front ones need a little. I don't have enough character.
I want to be more
did.
relatable.
I wanted to make them better. It's true. It's the same reason why you wear a push-up bra, right? The boobs are already good. We gotta make them even better.
If you look at her closely, she's like a female pretty version of Jerry Lewis. She's got more
Explain.
signatures on her little tiny bean head than anyone I've ever seen. She's got the big glasses, the big teeth. Most people have one defining characteristic. Not Talia. She's got 9. She's got long legs. She wears the cut-off shorts.
Oh, yes.
Everyone else is wearing a skirt or jeans. She's wearing cut-off
my
shorts.
It was so hot out.
She's willing to do anything to be successful, and she's throwing all of it at you. Every single performance.
And none of it's working. But
By the
that's-
way, did I mention I don't have sex on Fridays? Did I mention that? I didn't mention that.
No, it's a mitzvah to
Yeah,
have
it's a
sex
mitzvah.
on
Tonight.
Fridays.
Put that
I don't
disgusting
work
thing
on
away.
Fridays.
Put that filthy thing away. It's Friday. Don't you know I have whitefish salad I need to pick up?
That's right. That's right.
And we're out of Visine, by the way. I didn't tell my husband. We're out of Visine and Q-tips. I'll be back in 4 days.
But you know, it's true. It's true. Like I get more like worked.
my
Like
God.
if I have to open for Sarge, I'm more like hyped up than if I'm headlining somewhere and I have somebody else opening for me. It's almost like because of what you said, people will go nuts. These Jews will go crazy
They're there to
if
see
you
me.
waste their time. They
And
are
it's
there.
almost time to go to sleep. See, this is the problem.
Yes,
it's a very
yes.
limited window. If the
It's
show
7
starts
o'clock.
at 7:30 and they know they hit the wall at 8:45, you know, they start falling asleep with their mouth open. So if you put somebody on before me, they're looking at their watch the entire time going, I don't care how funny she is. I'm 4 minutes from being dead.
Right.
You know?
It's true.
Yes, we sat at a table. We talked about you. We made fun of you.
Yeah.
But I mean, we didn't. No, seriously.
No, it's true.
You can be funny. Now we think it's funny because we're having a good time. Maybe people watching don't think it's funny. Maybe people watching think it's the funniest thing they've ever seen. It doesn't matter. If funny people are doing things, it's the same as there's 2 kinds of real entertainers. There's funny people that are doing things, and there are people that do funny things.
Yeah. I'd
People
agree
who
with
do
that.
funny things have to have material. They have to have jokes. They have to have very well constructed written stuff.
Right.
And then there's funny people. Funny people can talk about anything and have fun.
Yeah.
And it's just who you are, whether you're that person or not. You may not be that person. You may be the kind of person that sits and slaves over like every letter, every script.
Wordsmithing.
Over a script and figure the jokes, and it's got to be in this order, and I move this to here, and now it's funny.
Yes.
And some people...
I do that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But some people are just funny waking up in the morning. They can talk about breakfast or talk about this or talk about that. And they don't know this because they don't know me very well, but nothing here is planned.
No, we didn't plan anything.
No, but I didn't plan anything.
Yeah.
They don't know me. These could be jokes from my act. These could be things I've said before. But the truth is, that's how life really is like that. It doesn't give you too much warning that this person's going to pass away, or that person's going to be sick, or that person's going to get a new business, or whatever it is. It's like life is very random.
Yeah.
So, you know, the God part, the higher power part comes in being able to manage your emotions so that you're ready for whatever comes up, whether it's good or bad.
Well, that's why I wanted you to come when I knew you were in town. I'm like, because you're a naturally funny person. Who better to have on a podcast?
Is this a podcast?
This is a podcast.
Or is this just an interstitial hour or two between Sandy impressions?
Well, yeah, Billy's going to stick around and we're going to do some Dr. Sandy. No, I'm kidding.
Dr.
Billy's
Sandy
like, I'm
from-
out of here.
What is
Yeah.
she? She's from Suck Dicks Hills? Or
She's from
Big Dicks Hills? Or
Hunting Dicks.
Hunting Dicks.
Always looking.
Hunting,
always on the
looking.
prowl.
Always on the prowl for dicks.
Always.
Boy, that's very religious stuff. I'm sure
Yes.
I'm sure your in-laws are proud.
They would be if they knew
If
what
they
was
had the
happening.
internet.
If they hadn't fallen down.
Every time we go to the house, we break their browser and their modem.
The Netscape.
Their Netscape.
It's terrible.
I know. I have
AOL. They can't-
5,000 AOL discs
They're the
in my
only
garage.
ones left in the chat rooms. They are the only ones.
We went to the Mets game yesterday. I took my son and we went and sat.
Oh, that's good.
That was fantastic.
Making the most of it.
This was a very Jewish day. So we woke up in Atlantic City. We got in the car. We went and had lunch with a surgeon at Old Westbury Country Club, a very
God.
famous surgeon.
Oh.
Who's a friend of mine.
Oh,
Wonderful people.
Cool.
So we had lunch with a doctor, and then we went to the Mets game.
Fun. That is a very Jewish
And then
day.
we went
And
back
it was
to the
Saturday.
and then we went back to the Third Reich Hotel in Garden City, where they had a guest speaker in the lobby. He was wonderful.
And I'm guessing it was not about
Just
Tisha
wonderful.
B'Av. And it was not about Tisha
No,
B'Av.
it wasn't. There's no
Yeah.
Jews at the Garden City Hotel.
Okay.
It's a great hotel.
Garden City. I mean, that's.
I don't know. There's no Jews there.
No Jews there.
Yeah.
They have bar mitzvahs
They have sweet 16s.
no,
are
they don't-
very
they don't have
big.
bar mitzvahs.
They
They have-
do
at
big
the
sweet
Garden
16s.
City
They
Hotel.
have junkets there. You know.
We went to didn't we go to a bar mitzvah? Oh no, your sister was there.
Occasionally,
Garden-
hairdressers give awards,
Garden
and they
City
have it at the
Hotel.
Gardens. No, it's a great hotel.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I was just there for
Very nice.
for a
It's
boss,
it's only really
mitzvah.
nice hotel that you can stay at within driving distance of all the things that I have to do when I'm here.
No, I know. That's why I know you always stay
And
there.
it's not as expensive as the city. Like the city is
right.
like, you know,
No, that's smart.
you stay someplace in the city and you check out and you go, $19,000. We just had eggs, you know, like
Garden City Hotel is not cheap, and they have like some celebrity
it's cheaper
chef.
than New York though. They have
Okay.
David Burke, which is
Oh, is that-
fantastic.
it's
the red
David Burke.
the
Okay.
red salt room, which is just loaded with Jews.
Okay.
Yeah, when you get there
So
at 5
true.
o'clock, there's 150 Jews waiting to get in so they can have the
funny.
shrimp.
I know.
The rock fire shrimp.
No judgment.
You know what? You know how that all happened. Why Jews
Why
don't
Jews
eat
love
shellfish.
shrimp?
No,
Why they don't?
when they're not supposed to have it.
Okay.
Because when he parted the Red Sea and they were running across, people
Yeah.
were stopping and picking up clams and scallops, and he slapped their hand and said, "Not now. I'll explain it to you later." And so we got to the other side,
Right.
and then he explained, "No shellfish. No, you can't do." That's the first Jew to eat shellfish. Was the ones running across the parted Red Sea.
Oh, okay. Not now.
It was forbidden
chazer.
because you're stopping to eat. Every Jew has to stop to eat, even if it's a clam. So that's why
If you're running for your life.
you're supposed to be running for
That
your
is
life.
good.
We made bread that didn't
Makes
rise.
sense.
Yeah, it
We
does
had to make very
sense.
fast bread. That's
Yes,
matzah.
right.
Because we're leaving in an hour.
Yeah.
So either make bread or don't make bread, but don't put yeast because we're not waiting for you.
Right.
That was the first one. And then the clams and the shellfish and the things that were in the bottom of the ocean that they didn't realize.
That makes more sense than cockroach of the sea, I think.
Yeah, if you eat it, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Who stops to eat while you're running for your life from Egyptian soldiers?
Only a Jew.
Only a Jew. A Jew stops. They're hungry halfway across.
Yeah.
I can't believe he
They'll
parted
they'll
this.
keep it parted
Right.
for me.
They can have snacks?
See what I
That's
mean?
such a Jewish thing. They'll wait.
See what I mean?
They'll wait.
They'll wait.
You know, it's like I was in the lazy river yesterday at the Parkwood pool.
Never hear a Jew say that. I was in the lazy river.
No, and it's like everyone's just quiet, and then I just see a couple of Jews saying, "Excuse me, my tube doesn't have enough air," and no, but it was just so Jewish.
Are there reeds on either side of the lazy river? Like, is this?
Oh my God!
Are there reeds?
This is like Social Central.
Would you put your baby there and just like cast it off?
Oh yeah, cast it away. Oh my gosh, maybe someone from Kings Point will take him home. Wouldn't that be nice?
That
put
was
the
in
baby
Deuteronomy.
Or the next Moses.
Yeah,
was in
that's what I'm saying.
Deuteronomy.
Yeah, that's Deuteronomy.
Well, what
no, but
Ron
it's
did
it's
to
just
me.
so funny. Like Jews want to be heard, and our voices are important. And I think it's because we grow up with too much self-esteem.
Can I
in
make
general.
a correction on that statement? It's not that they want to be heard. It's that they have no choice but to be heard because they're loud.
Yeah,
All Jews are loud, even when they whisper.
that's true. Actually, that is true.
Just saying.
I've been told
Jews
that.
don't whisper. It's
I've
a
been
stage
told that
whisper.
about myself.
Did you see her?
Yeah.
She's vile. You know, like, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
During
No,
the
my
rabbis,
husband
during
from
the
Canada.
sermon, very loud,
Jews never live in fear that the person that they're talking about is going to hear them
right?
because they speak loud enough for the
That's
person
so
to hear them.
true.
They want the person to hear them because Jews live in a constant state of certainty that the things that they're saying and posit are all true.
And important.
When someone has an opinion who's Jewish, it's not an opinion, it's a fact.
It's true. No, but my husband, he grew up.
Gentiles have opinions. Like Gentiles live under the constant knowledge that
It's
something
just-
they're saying. I mean, I just think this. It may not be. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. What do I
not
know?
Jews.
Yeah.
Jews say everything with tremendous certainty. I think it. Then it must be so.
Yeah. No, but where do we get this
But
confidence?
that works in their businesses too, because people, you have to take chances and you have to make mistakes in order to get to the success. So
That's true.
you have to, it's risk reward. You have to constantly be trying things until what you're doing works. It's the same thing with being a comedian. It's the same thing with
It's
running
true.
a company.
Yeah.
People that run garment companies come out with lines of things that, well, they didn't like those blouses, like, so they get rid of them for half price and then they come out with something else. It's nobody has 100% record of it. Just seems like there's lots
Right.
of wins coming your way, but I mean, there's lots of, lots of things you say don't get the laugh, or lots of things you put out don't get bought.
Right.
And
right.
you end up
That's
having to
true.
take a bath on it, but the next one is a big win. So you just have to keep trying, and you have to keep putting it out there in
Yeah.
a way. So
I'm going to start wrapping up because I know Billy's got to go soon. And let's hear it for Billy, our producer extraordinaire. Thank you for hosting. I got four of us here on a Sunday in the summer. This is
Listen.
now I have to post it soon because I
Right.
said
And you
it's the
mentioned Tisha
summer.
B'Av, so this
I
is
mentioned
timely
Tisha
now.
B'Av. No, this will be the, even though I have like a few in the pipeline, this is going up next. This is going up next. Sarge, thank you for coming. What's next for you? What's happening?
which brings us to something that would be really good to end on,
Yeah.
or to wrap it up with, so that you can take it in maybe to the next episode when you don't have as many talented people in the room with you. We all felt that you're funnier than your material
Okay.
as a person.
Could be.
Because we were sitting at a table all talking about you like friends would talk about a friend. And you don't talk about any of the things we were talking about when you go on stage and you do a show. You talk about other things. You've got a very well-constructed comedic act.
Yeah.
But you've yet to even get down to all the things about which are really funny, which are truly funny. And the reason we felt that you didn't get around to those things that are truly funny is because you don't think they're funny.
Really?
You have to take our word for it because you haven't fully insightfuled your way through those things.
Well, I gotta know what you're talking about. Like what?
Well,
like
the
what?
things that we think are funny about you are the things you should be doing more of as you go forward in your career. It would be your third special, let's say. So your next hour and a half needs to be all of the things that we think are funny about you, not the things that you think are funny. Because what
Okay.
you already do in your act is you do things you think are funny.
Yeah.
That's what you talk about. You talk about things that you find funny.
Of course.
We find you funny. And you don't really know all of the things we think are funny about you.
I guess not.
And so
never
what the next two episodes of this
analysis.
show should be is us, people like us, people, who know you, telling you the things that you should be talking about you that we think are funny because other people will think they're hilarious too.
Okay.
Did I put it good?
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
good
this was like a
summary.
real analysis. Like she's never done this.
Wow. I'm
And
sweating.
And
I'm
there's
sweating.
nobody that's better
Yeah.
at telling you that than them. I can tell you tangentially as a scientist, as a comedian, somebody who knows the technology of comedy. I could tell you the things I think are funny, but those two can tell you all the things about you that are funny that you kind of are aware of but don't really use in your narratives.
The curiosity is just killing me now.
Well,
Should we save it or
no? Just the on-timeness, just the fact that you're never on time, and all the reasons why you're not on time. All the reasons why we were all here on time, you're not on time. You're still walking around going, I need makeup. I got to get down. 10 o'clock. Well, it's only 11. What are you talking about?
Right.
You know, like all that Jerry Lewis shit that you do about not being on time, you just gloss right over that. You run over it like speed bumps that should have been higher. You know, you go, boom, 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 boom. I think that was a speed bump. No, just your on-timeness could be an hour. All the things that keep you from being on time, your philosophy about being on time, why you're not on time, all the things you do that make you late, all that
No, but if you want Talia on time, you got to pay her.
Perfect. That's a premise.
That's good.
If I was a hooker, I'd be a billionaire.
5-star hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's always on time because she's getting paid.
And just lies
She's
there.
not getting paid. It's not important to her. Don't hold me to 10 o'clock. Don't hold me to 10 o'clock.
That'll be extra.
I know I said 10.
That'll be extra.
I pulled up in front of the house here at 9:35. She comes out. I text her. I'm outside. I'm here for the podcast. Podcast is at 10. Usually when you're doing a show with somebody, there's a little preparation. She comes outside and goes, what are you doing? I go, what do you mean, what am I doing? It's a half hour early. I said, right, you wanted me here for 10. I'm here at 9:35. She goes, well, nothing's happening yet. I haven't even put makeup on. I just woke up. As a matter of fact, I haven't even brushed my teeth. I'm sorry I hugged you.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Why are you here so early? I go, it's only 25 minutes. Most people don't show up at all. Or they cancel. Or they come 10 minutes late and apologize about traffic. I was here at 25 minutes early. You're scolding me. She's shaming me for being here 25 minutes on time. It's unbelievable. She has such a warped sense of what's right and wrong. Here I am early. She should have said, thank you so much for honoring my podcast to the extent that you showed up early.
I should have.
That you gave it a sense of importance and that you prioritized it in your life to leave in enough time to get here in a timely fashion so that we could start on time. That would have been a very human, normal, natural way to thank the person that's coming to guest on your show. Not her. She comes out and she gives me shit that I'm early. Who gives you shit that you're early? No one. There's no one in the world. Even the airlines go, thank you for coming 2 hours beforehand. Not her.
Oh my God.
What are you doing here? What am I doing here? Should I have come 15 minutes from now? Should I have driven around the block? Should I have stayed somewhere else? Should I have parked downtown and then made it look like I was just arriving?
Billy, what did I text you this morning?
Oh my God.
What did I text you? You were going to come at 9?
She's
what did
talking
I text
to her
you?
producer.
I texted Billy, 9:15 is fine.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So this is who you really are. I just did 10 minutes on this.
That was good.
You ought to be able to watch this tape and come up with a half hour because it's a great reel. You won't have to remember it because it's your life.
Right.
You simply have to acknowledge it and then itemize all the things that go with this and keep asking them because these are the stories about most people don't operate this way. There's something seriously wrong with you. And you need to share that with the people that know you and want to know you.
God.
They will find common ground in that because they don't have the insight like you do or will.
Okay.
And they know you. Name one other gigantic thing that's unbelievably annoying about her, funny about her.
Nadine.
All the stuff. All
What
the
else
hoarding,
did you guys say?
all the crap.
Hoarding.
Hoarding.
Yeah,
oh, the
right.
stuff. Those
She's a
boxes.
hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder.
There's a lot of boxes.
I haven't gone through them yet. They're from my childhood home that
You're
my
the only
parents
person
just
that moved
moved
here
out
11 years ago and you haven't unpacked yet. There's the premise. Why do I have to do this? Why am I redoing your career? You have boxes still that haven't been unpacked and you've been in this house for 10 years.
No,
How long have you been here?
No, 15 years.
And you're still not unpacked?
No, my parents just moved out of Great Neck. So those are the boxes from my childhood home.
But it's taking stuff you don't need.
Right.
Right, like the Richard Simmons book. Okay.
So you've generated an unreal and unnecessary attachment to things that have no bearing on your existence.
Right.
Well, like one does.
There's the premise. No, you do.
Like you've lived without them for 15 years, and now suddenly you need them.
You haven't needed
but
any
I
of this
knew
stuff.
they were in my parents' house.
So it's like the comfort of just having it there, but never using it.
It's comfort. Yeah, it's
So part of her consciousness was occupied by a bunch of inanimate crap
Right.
From the 80s.
from the 80s.
It is from the 80s.
That does it. Now she's got real live demonstrable examples of her greatness that live in bedrooms upstairs. And she doesn't celebrate that. She's celebrating a bunch of boxes of inanimate crap.
I have scrapbooks, photo albums. It's like
Your life was so great you went to law school.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you're a comedian. So here we go. There's a premise. Like this stuff that, and then the random listing of these things is going to be the part that makes the audience hysterical because everybody has one drawer at least in their kitchen that has all this shit in it.
Yeah.
You have boxes and boxes and boxes
a lot of
stuff
boxes.
you couldn't bear to part with that you have no use for.
And then I don't know where to put them.
But that's what's funny about this. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff that I have no use for that I can't bear to part with.
Yes.
Well, there's the premise, and then boom, out from that comes. Everybody needs a spatula from when Bed Bath & Beyond was a new company. Like
that's so.
She
true.
has no room for anything because all she has is exercise equipment in there.
That you called a museum.
Right.
How do you know I don't use that exercise equipment?
That big leg press.
I'm someone who works out every day. I can tell when someone has equipment that doesn't get used.
How could you tell?
Let's see. There's 75 pieces of dry cleaning hanging on the elliptical machine. No, I'm kidding. Boy, nothing more cliche than an elliptical machine where you hang clothes.
That's right.
That's the most cliche thing you can say about your life.
That really is.
But no. It doesn't matter. These are all just fantastic. And you need people who know you well to come in and look at and tell you.
So easy.
And then you need to sit down and make a list of these things. And these are the things you need to tell people about because it's very mainstream. It's very not Jewish.
Right,
It just is.
That's
it's
right.
you.
Right.
And so as outgrowths of who you actually are, as you dig deeper into the mine and you get bigger and bigger hunks of gold, these are the hunks of gold that you have that have escaped you so far because you haven't dug down deep enough. You need people that know you and love you to dig down even deeper so that you can be made painfully aware of these things because you don't think they're funny. They're just your life.
No, but you're right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
We've talked about like just being the most you that you can be is the best comedian.
But the way to find that is from people that know you best. You don't know you. You don't know you as well as them.
in those ways.
Your kids know you better than you.
Coming in,
They see you.
Right.
They walk around rolling their eyes going, oh my God, she's doing that again. And you don't even think of it. You're just doing that.
Right.
And so that's why I
things
think
the
that
kids say really open my eyes.
yes, because it's so well constructed. They already know what they think of it because they see it. It's classically you.
Yeah.
And you don't see it because you're on the inside looking out. You don't see what the store looks like from the outside. You're in the inside. You're in the window looking at the street. It's a different view. Mm-hmm. So when you get a better view of who you are from people that mean you no harm and just love you and think you're great, it's fantastic because it gives you more stuff that you can share with people that whether they relate to it or not, it's still funny.
Yeah.
Everyone's got exercise equipment they stopped using. Everybody's got boxes of stuff that they have no use for, but they can't part with it. All that stuff, but your specific reasons why you can't part with it.
That's
you know what
the
I mean?
unique stuff. Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't
The
get shape
mishigas.
from joining the gym. You get shape from going to it a lot.
Right.
You know,
Right, exactly.
I joined a gym. Good for you. You're a fat shit. You know, like, do you go there every day? No, I just joined, and I will be. I'm going to work it into my schedule. You know,
Right.
until I finally fight with them at the front desk to like cancel my.
Right. Exactly.
Can you freeze? I'm not interested in working out until at least October.
Freeze. Right.
It's Tisha B'Av. I can't do it. I can't. It's sacrilegious to do elliptical on Tisha B'Av.
I think it is.
It's in Deuteronomy. It's in Deuteronomy. It was in the Talmud.
Right. There you go.
You can't work up a sweat until at least Tu B'Shvat.
is. He's the best. The best. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
this
you,
was
Sarge.
spectacular. Thanks to
Yeah.
Billy for putting up with
Putting up
this.
with it. Seriously, Billy. Thank you.
But I do have to say this was probably your best episode. I would
Could be.
what I would do is I would start wrapping it up. I don't think you could really do better than this.
Yeah. This is it.
Took your Invisaligns out. The hot girls came over. It's all good.
I took them out. They're right here, ready
Yeah.
to go back in.
Billy doesn't have the stomach for this.
Yeah.
He really doesn't.
He's gonna edit it out.
Plus,
right,
he's
Billy?
not Jewish, so. I've never met a Jewish guy named Billy.
I know, right? No, Billy Leaflet.
I said my Uncle Billy, who you should know, who's friends with Seth.
Billy's Fatalnik.
Right, Billy's
Fatalnik.
I hooked up with him in the janitor's closet at elementary school.
It's a sound that you make when you've got
Oh, my uncle would love this.
bones from whitefish in your mouth.
Oh, God.
What happened? I had bones from the fish.
Great
True.
name.
That's how they
True.
named us at Ellis Island. The guy
True.
naming the people. He was eating whitefish. He had a bone in his mouth. He went, what did you say? Spitalnik.
That's your name now.
His name was Nick Spittle, but we reversed it because he's Jewish. That shirt you're going to wear. See, most people
Right.
say you're going to wear that shirt. Jews say that shirt you're going to wear.
Yes, yes.
It's true. That's Yiddish. That's
I know.
Yiddish.
I know.
By me.
But
You're going to come
I'm gonna
by
stay
me.
by you. That's Yiddish.
Wait a
I
second.
know him for 10 years in the present
For
tense.
him, I know 10 years.
That's
him, I
all.
know.
His lines are going back in. You can wrap this up.
Guys, this has been the Tea Room. We'll see you next week. Thank you to Sarge for coming.
Thank you.
Crooked teeth. Crooked teeth.